confirmed that Talib, yes, was a part of the BJP. The minority Morcha president Sheikh Bashir spoke to Times Now and confirmed that one of the LET terrorists who was arrested today in Reasi district named Talib Hussain was the IT and social media head of BJP minority Morcha in the Jammu region.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी में थे या फिर अभी भी हैं, इसके ऊपर सर आपका क्या कहना है?
देखो जनाब, वो पहले से ही भारतीय जनता पार्टी में काम कर रहा था। वो हमारे इस अल्पसंख्यक मोर्चा के आईटी और सोशल मीडिया के इंचार्ज थे जम्मू प्रोविंस के। उसको अपनी एक न्यूज चैनल भी चल रही थी, तो हमने सोचा हम उसको पार्टी, वो पहले से भी पार्टी में था, तो 5-6 महीने पहले हमने उसको पार्टी में लिया था, तो 2 महीने पहले उसे खुद ही पार्टी से रिजाइन दिया है।
नहीं सर, आप तो हाँ,
आज उसको भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ कोई वाबस्ता नहीं है।
सर
उसने 2 महीने पहले खुद ही रिजाइन दिया।
नहीं सर,
वो बीजेपी में काम कर रहा था, अब समझ नहीं आ रहा है उसको कैसे दिमाग में घुस गया कि मैं एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी छोड़ के टेररिस्ट पार्टी पकड़ी उसने। हमें खुद ही इसकी बात की बहुत दुख है कि पार्टी में रहकर क्या उसके दिमाग में आया है, तो उसने टेररिस्ट ज्वाइन किया है, लेकिन उसको आज 2 महीने के बाद पार्टी के साथ कोई वाबस्तगी नहीं है।
All right, let's go back to Pradeep. Pradeep, help us understand the timeline here, because Sheikh Bashir claims that he was part of the BJP, then he quit BJP and joined terror ranks.
Yes, in fact, that's what the BJP is saying, that 2 months back he had resigned from the party. But what is more important, and see, he was not an ordinary worker or an overgrown worker of terror outfit. He was the commander of Lashkar, and he was in touch with the terror commanders across the border. Recently, there had been explosions in Budal and the Kotranka area of Rajouri. Multiple explosions took place. 4 people were injured in those explosions. He was trying to, one, revive terror-related activities. Second, he was trying to brainwash and indoctrinate more people and lure them to gun culture. Third, he was trying to destabilize peace in the region and trying to target unarmed innocent civilians of one particular community so that they can generate atmosphere of fear. The similar kind of a strategy that was adopted by Lashkar-e-Toiba's TRF offshoot wing in Kashmir Valley. The similar kind of a strategy was adopted by this man. It was only just a few days back the 2 Lashkar terrorists were apprehended. It was only during the course of interrogation they came to know that Talib Hussain was the mastermind. He was basically initially working with the BJP, and later on he had resigned, and nowadays he was operating as a Lashkar commander. So he had fled to the Reasi area because there was a lot of security force pressure. And the moment he tried to barge into one side of the dock, the villagers overpowered him. And this is in fact exemplary courage that the villagers have shown. And also it has busted that alienation theory that is often being promoted by Abdullahs and Muftis. They say that there's a lot of alienation after abrogation of Article 370. One thing is quite clear: the people in Jammu and Kashmir, they do not want terrorism, they want tourism, they want peace and prosperity.
Right, but
and that's
you know,
one of the
Pradeep,
reasons.
joining the terror ranks does not happen in just a day or two. Having links with a terror organization and working for them does not happen in a day or two. Stay on with us, Pradeep. We have some breaking inputs coming in. ADG Mukesh Singh says this is a big success. He was in fact responding to the manner in which the locals overpowered the terrorists. Listen in.
This is a very important development for 2 reasons. One is that the Lashkar was continuously trying to activate and reactivate who had earlier been in some way involved with the Lashkar-e-Taiba. 2 modules got activated, one in the Chenab Valley, which was behind the Udhampur blast. The other one is in Rajouri district, which was behind the blast at Kotranka, Kandi and that area. This time, after a long time, themselves got physically involved in the apprehension of terrorists. They were always against terrorism. They were always supporting us in our endeavors against terrorism. But this time, they went a step ahead, and with their bare hands were able to catch 2 terrorists.
All right, let's go back to Pradeep. That's a very, very important reaction coming in from ADG Mukesh Singh, who says that people were working very closely with the police, but this is the first time that they went ahead and overpowered the terrorists on their own.
Yes, you must have seen several pinpointed operations being carried out by security forces in Jammu and Kashmir. Because of those operations that they had been able to eliminate more than 140 terrorists during the last 6 months only. A reason being that the people are providing information. Yes, this time they had gone one step further. It has happened after a long time. We had seen a similar kind of incident was reported in Jammu and Kashmir in 2002 when Al-Badr terrorists, they were caught by villagers, then beaten to death. And then in 2009, one Rukhsana, a girl in Rajouri, she had killed one Lashkar terrorist. And that time she also fought against the zulm by those terrorists, and the similar thing has happened in Reasi district, and that's one of the reasons that Lieutenant Governor has announced a reward of 5 lakh rupees for these villagers, and Director General of Police Dilbag Singh has also announced a reward of 2 lakh rupees, and that this is further going to encourage people that they need to fight against the terror-related element. It is not only about providing information, because they can take on these terrorists. And see, in this particular case also on gunpoint, they were looking for the safer shelter. They had taken refuge inside one of the dock in the upper reaches of Reasi. When the people saw them, they immediately overpowered them, tied them with a rope and handed over to police. I think this in fact narrates the whole story, how the winds of change have started blowing after abrogation of Article 370, because people right now feel confident the security forces are with them. In fact, administration is with them. If any of the terrorists will try to target them, the forces are definitely going to back them and eliminate those terrorists. So when you have that kind of a confidence, only that you can take on the terrorists, that's exactly what is happening right now in Jammu and Kashmir, and that's what really happened in Reasi also. That was really a big story, exemplary courage, and one feels like saluting those villagers, unarmed, bare-handed. They were able to nab those terrorists who were carrying with them large quantities of arms and ammunition like AK rifles, grenades, and large quantities of other weapons.
Absolutely. As far as the BJP link is concerned, Pradeep, you confronted Mr. Abhijit Jasrotia, the BJP spokesperson. Let's listen into that interaction.
हमारे साथ इस समय बीजेपी के स्पोक्सपर्सन अभिजीत जसरोटिया, आप हमें बता सकते हैं कि एक शख्स पकड़ा जाता है, लश्कर आतंकवादी संगठन से जुड़ा है और वो बीजेपी के साथ भी जुड़ा है, ये कैसे हो सकता है?
देखिए प्रदीप जी, ऐसा है कि अब हर एक इंसान की आइडेंटिटी और हर एक इंसान जो जिसे कहते हैं आप OGW कुछ इस टाइप के होते हैं जिनका पता किसी को नहीं होता। जब पुलिस को नहीं पता लग सकता, CID को नहीं पता लगता, कई इस तरह की काली भेड़ें होती हैं जो अपना रूप बदलकर और भारतीय जनता पार्टी या इन सब पार्टियों के साथ जुड़ती हैं ताकि यहाँ पर भी कोई इस तरह की
प्रॉपर वेरिफिकेशन नहीं करते? आपको लगता नहीं कि प्रॉपर वेरिफिकेशन करनी जानी चाहिए? तो प्रॉपर वेरिफिकेशन नहीं होनी चाहिए?
बिल्कुल प्रॉपर वेरिफिकेशन होनी जरूर चाहिए, लेकिन ये लोग इस तरह के बहरूपीय होते हैं कि जो एक मुखौटा ओढ़कर और ऐसी जगहों पे घुस जाते हैं और कहीं ना कहीं प्रदीप जी
ये खतरा देश के लिए भी थे और ये खतरा आप लोगों के लिए भी था।
आपको बताऊं, ये बहुत बड़ा खतरा है। पिछले दिनों में जब मैं कश्मीर में था तब भी मेरी जब एजेंसी से बात हुई तो कुछ ऐसे लोग हैं जो बीच में आ चुके हैं, कोई पता नहीं चलता इन लोगों के बारे में। अब हर एक इंसान की आइडेंटिटी, हर एक इंसान के बारे में जानना ये प्रैक्टिकली पॉसिबल नहीं होता।